Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to use trigger here to create a command that any player, even if they don't have command permissions, can use to run a function. So, let's right in. Okay, so first I have to show you what I'm doing. So if I run /trigger send a message here, which anyone can do, by the way, even if they don't have command permissions, hit enter and you can see it says hi exclamation point. I do this with these 4 command blocks here. Of course you can do it with the data pack too. I'll be using command blocks just for demonstration, but I do recommend you use data packs for this. But to state, we need to create a scoreboard because the trigger command is just a scoreboard, and we're going to detect if that scoreboard is greater than 1 for players, because when you run the command it increases it by 1, and then we're going to set the score back to 0 and run a command. So let's do /scoreboard objectives add, and then now we put in the name. I'll call mine glow, and for the criteria we're going to do trigger. Hit enter. Now that objective exists, but you'll notice if we do /trigger, it doesn't fill it, and if I do glow, you cannot trigger this objective yet, which is different from if we put in a not scoreboard. Now this is because of a feature, I guess, of trigger, where to do enable to let them use it. So if I do scoreboard players enable @self for glow, this makes it so that I can run the trigger command. So now if I do trigger and glow, you can see it's autocomplete, and if I hit enter, you can see it used glow. But now if I try and do that again, you cannot trigger it because it expires. Now all we really need to do is grab a command block here to always active and repeating, then do scoreboard players enable glow. So hit enter, and now it will never expire. Just cool. So now that the trigger command works, we're going to need to detect when it is used and run a command or a function based off of that. So we're going to place down a command block, and then execute as @a, and this is going to be repeating, by the way, on tick.mc function. And now if you're going to run a function based off of this, we're going to do if score of @self, since we're running it as everybody already, glow matches 1 or higher, that's the 2 dots, then run your function there. But I'm not using a data pack, so I'll run effect give @a scores equal, how do we do this? Is it like, and then glow, not sure if this is the right syntax or not, and then I'll give them glowing for 10 seconds. If you want to see the full tutorial on /effect here, which is what I'm using as a tutorial example, find the tutorial I made linked in the icon above and on screen now. But that if statement that I just used is an alternative if you're not going to actually target a player, because if you're going to target a player, you can just select them using @A and then specify the score. But if you're just trying to run a command that does not affect the player, like set time night example, you would use that if statement that I just showed you. Now we run the command, it'll increase our scoreboard value, but it won't reset it. So that's what we need to do here. So let's go back down, and then we'll add it on to the function that you have, or chain command block, and we'll just do scoreboard players set @A that I already have, that has a score. This is what I just used before, but it's gloat equal 1 ... We set it from gloat to 0. Alright, so now if we have a score of over 1, we'll give, or now all players with the score of glow, which is the trigger event that has the score higher than 1, will get the glow effect, and then right after that, all players that have a score in glow bigger than 1 will be reset. So now if I do /trigger glow, hit enter, I gain the glow effect. So that is the /trigger command. I hope it was helpful or enjoyable. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.